Yes, I'm going to intro you, Joel. What's up, everyone? We are here for the Rooster Teeth Podcast panel. We will have Mr. Joel Heyman joining us. We also will have Jack Patillo.
Boo!
Michael Bernie Burns.
Boo!
Are y'all that low on energy? Come on, bring it. Let's see it.
We need more seats on stage.
Shut up. I already started recording the podcast, so this week we're going to actually have to play the theme song after that intro. So here's the theme song.
Hey, it's a podcast.
Boner. Ow. It's a podcast. I'm excited. Yeah.
This is how we actually do it.
Real life internet drama. I've never played World of Warcraft.
All right, good enough.
Wow, that was a rockin' intro, Gus.
You know, once again, the theme song somehow manages to disappoint. So,
It's a good one. It's called Boner Sauce.
oh wow.
You'll love it when you hear the podcast. So we're recording the podcast for the first time in front of a crowd, and this podcast will be released on Wednesday. So if you're here or if you're watching on the stream via our live stream, you're getting an advanced preview, and you're going to be disappointed on Wednesday.
Yeah, please don't give up any plot points.
Yeah, really.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, don't spoil the fact that Joel's about to talk over everybody.
Yep. And he's slamming the table. Here we go.
Why we have two microphones. So this is the mic for here, and this is the mic for there.
But we have enough
Yeah.
chairs for like 8 people, so that's good.
I need Gavin here to explain why this mic is my present mic and this mic is my future mic.
He probably heard that
he probably did in the UK.
in the past.
Do you guys know? Gavin is not here at RTX, right? Do you know that?
No,
not
that
really.
sad. No,
not really.
no.
Nope.
Seriously.
Like the average IQ of this entire place spread across 4,000 people somehow went up 20 points by the fact that he's not here. But he couldn't be here. We probably mentioned it on the podcast before because he has friends in the UK that are getting married.
He does not have friends.
I don't know what qualifies as a friend in the UK. It's like someone you've bumped into on the street.
But the problem is, though, he's going to a wedding, but he's not even in the wedding. Like, being in the wedding, that might be an excuse
He's
to
not
lie.
in
The
the
problem
wedding.
is that he's not here.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
wedding
right.
is fucking irrelevant.
But no, I'm saying, like, the idea of, like, maybe if you're in the wedding, it's worth
No.
missing the greatest event ever.
No.
Come on, Gavin, I'm saying he should be here right now.
Now I'm agreeing, but I'm saying...
So why are you yelling at me?
You guys stop agreeing right now.
He should just be here anyway.
The problem is, I told him, I said, because he was fretting about it for like 6 weeks. He kept saying, I don't want to go to these people's wedding. I don't care about these people. They're friends. They're probably watching on streaming. How you doing? Your friend hates you. So what I suggested, I said, hey, why don't you just take the money that you were going to spend on a flight to the UK and spend that on their gift? And then I realized who I was talking to. I was talking to Gavin. He's not paying for this flight back. He somehow saved the return trip that we did to book him to the U.S. He's now using that to go back to the U.K. on us. So
he's going to pay for his own ticket when we kick him out of the country later.
apparently, no, that now means he's now trapped with us forever because he has no return ticket. Gus, what's more likely, that we would pay for his ticket twice or that Gavin would pay for a ticket one time?
We'll pay for it twice.
Yeah, right. Bye, Gavin.
I've known that idiot like 8 years. I've never seen his wallet. Does he own one?
That's a good... I've never seen him pay for anything either. Or... Why did that quiet everyone up?
We're letting you speak. We don't want to talk over you, Joel.
It's a lot more nerve-wracking when you're getting instant feedback as
Dude,
opposed
no
to just...
kidding, man. We played horse live on stage the other day, and that was I want to play horse live nonstop now. We had Adam and Rago, and it was amazing. Like having 500 people watch you and cheer, like that's the way to do it.
Did anybody go to that? Then why are you telling them? Because they were there.
Because this is a podcast, Joel. People are listening
They
to this in
don't
the
matter.
future. Yes, they do.
They
Yeah,
don't
Joel,
ma-
God forbid we tell a story on the podcast that the audience already knows.
We only have like 7 stories. It's just like RVV, right? 7 verbs, 7 stories.
I think that is the plot.
Hey, look, it's Monty Home, everybody.
Look, it's Mr. Monty Ohm. How you doing, Monty?
Sup.
So
Sup.
somebody's gonna have to explain to Monty how the mics work.
That's
now,
almost
too.
exactly how Monty enters a normal podcast too. He just shows up. He kind of slams down and shows up.
Bust the door. Well, actually, so since Monty's out here, we were trying to figure out, since Gavin is out of town and Gavin couldn't be on the podcast, how could we possibly replace him for this one special event? So we figured we had the stupidest person to come out of the UK in the history of the UK. So maybe possibly we could get the smartest person from the UK to ever come out of the UK. So please welcome Mr. Frank O'Connor from 343. Do you guys want to share there?
Good to see you.
So, Frank, you have to apologize. We have beer. We don't have whiskey for you
No, it's
or
fine.
scotch.
That's your second racist thing. Did anyone else expect Stephen Hawking after the intro?
I like to intro Frankie whenever I can in the most hyperbolic way that I possibly can.
So I can disappoint you all, like, roundly and seriously.
Right, immediately.
Yeah.
So listen, every time we're at a party or something like that, and I introduce you to somebody, I always say, this is Frank, he's the architect of the Halo franchise. You go,
Yeah.
that is absolutely incorrect.
It is absolutely incorrect. That's one of the reasons I say that is because it's a total falsehood.
But then you never tell me what your title
But
and how you want to be introduced.
Well, first you turn RTX in a palace of lies, and then I have to explain how actually unimportant I am. Neither of which I want to happen. So I work on Halo All Up, the whole franchise. So I am not the architect of it. The architects of Halo are back at 343 Industries with 8 weeks to go before the game goes gold and goes into RTM. Basically.
So you're like the master engineer.
Yes.
Oh God.
That's
The
what I'm used from
master
now on.
engineer,
No,
the
I'm
supreme commander of Halo.
I'm like
Frankie is
some
Master
dude-
Chief.
Some dude from inside the Halo building.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
That's how we'll do it from now on.
I'm not buying
Here's
it.
some dude from inside the Halo building, everybody. Please welcome to the podcast.
So if I understand your appearance here correctly, Frank, every question we have about campaign will be answered, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't even care anymore. I had like 2 of these fake beers. It's a prop, by the way. This is, again, Bernie's like fabric tissue of lies.
So is that
created
piss
around
right there?
RTX.
Because that's yellow.
Actually, you know,
Oh, that's vodka, that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually one of the few people, I don't often drink on the podcast until we get a tequila sponsor, and then I drink too much,
Oh.
and that turns into the worst podcast ever. How long did it take you to edit every bump out of every table hit on that podcast?
I don't know. Let's ask Lindsay. Like
are you complaining?
like any good manager, I've delegated all the hard work. So thanks, Lindsay, wherever you are.
Yeah, Joel, you should understand, it's not really management, it's just an excuse for Gus to yell at the rest of us. And by the way, what do you mean it's great to get instant feedback?
No, I said it's nerve-wracking. It's awful.
You must not know what it's like to be on the podcast with you, because we constantly get instant feedback every time we do something.
Yeah, but the 3 of you assholes that I've known for like 14 years is different than like the 600 or 700 people that are out there right now.
Yeah, the assholes we met this weekend. Hey, everybody. So, it's okay to like yourself. So, is Lindsay here? Is she in the room?
I think she might be at another panel doing something else right now.
My little
It's the pony panel.
Yeah, the My Little panel.
Oh, well, you guys are missing out.
So
What is that? What is that panel about? You know, I got to say, I have a theory that I think the audience is playing a drinking game.
I have a theory it's the one RTX panel that you're going to be able to get into. They'll have empty seats. We left this out of the program because we thought it might be insensitive, but we actually had written in the original description of the My Little Pony panel that at the end of the panel we would be locking the doors and gassing the room.
That didn't make it into the final version?
No.
That's really disappointing.
I'm pretty sure we could take this panel can take that panel. There's more of us than there are of them.
numbers.
It's a numbers game.
So I had probably the creepiest convention experience ever right before I came out here on stage.
Do
Hey,
tell.
I
And-
was just trying to be friendly. I think I hadn't
So-
seen you in a while.
It finally happened.
He told us it was a Scottish greeting, traditional one. Something
Someone-
about a bagpipe.
Someone followed me into the bathroom to get something signed.
Really?
Wow,
What was it,
you
Gus?
signed?
Yeah.
Wait.
Did you need
I asked- he
did you
said-
need a little Sharpie or a big marker?
It was Mike from Maine. I was sitting there at the urinal. Or not sitting. I was standing at the urinal.
Well, there's your first problem.
And I was there next to Jay from 343. And I could tell there was someone behind me, so I kind of look over my shoulder, and there's someone there with one of their Halo 4 posters and a Sharpie. He's like, hey, can I get you to sign this, Gus? I was like, my hands are, I'm kind of doing something at the moment. He was like, oh, well, I wanted to make sure I caught you. I said, you know there's only one exit to this bathroom.
Yeah.
You could have waited on the other side of the exit, and you would have caught me anyway. He's like, yeah, but I really want to get you to sign this. I was like, okay. So I come over, and I intentionally, without washing my hands, start go over to try to sign it. He's like, no, wash your hands. I was like, no, you asshole. You came in the bathroom. If you're waiting outside the door, you get washed hands. Inside the bathroom, you get dirty hands. So then I washed my hands. I signed this thing. Then I walked out, and there was a family there waiting for me. They're like, oh, can you sign this for me, Gus? I was like, oh, thank you. How courteous of you to wait for me outside the fucking bathroom. And then Mike was unabashed.
Listen, I just wanted your autograph.
It would have been funny if an entire family followed you into the bathroom.
Jay, is that going to be an animated adventure now?
Jordan, set up. Everybody, Jordan Swears, who makes the RTAAs. So if you didn't come to the panel, this is Jordan. He makes the Rooster Teeth animated adventure.
Everybody, say hello.
Hello.
Okay. Now,
Yeah,
Jordan,
get off my stage.
while you're here, though, I want you to see this reference. These are what arms look like. Okay? Not spaghetti
Yeah, can we go
strings.
put in complaints about how we're drawn? Is there a form? What does a form look like? It's all lines.
I don't know what you're complaining about. The difference between me and Gus is that they connect the eyebrow for Gus. That's about it.
I also have perpetually angry eyes.
Gus, you have perpetually angry eyes. I don't know if you realize that or not.
There was one of the first prototypes of that. Bernie was drawn as a ball. This is like a perfect circle.
Yeah. But then we got sued by Pokemon, so it had to be more photorealistic.
You're saying that the animated adventures are more photorealistic?
No, I'm not saying that in any way. Not at all.
Did you see the statue of Bernie that was made for the side quest?
Yeah, so Kayla Cromer, yeah.
No. Let's not applaud statues of Bernie.
So Frank, do you know the story behind this statue at all?
Well, I have a couple. I mean,
A couple statues
well,
of me?
they're small bronzes of you, not bust.
Well, but they're specific portions.
They're quite
of me.
tarnished now. I won't go into why.
So it turns out there's a city in Tasmania.
Bernie, we already told the story.
I know, here we go. Where they spell Bernie the exact same way that I spell my name. And so they wanted Bernie.com for years, and they tried to get it from me and tried to buy it, or they went through a kind of they told me they owned it. I was like, no, you don't. So then they tried to buy it, and I said, I will give you the domain name as long as I get to keep my email address, and you erect a statue in your city square that I will pay for, and it's me holding a platypus and hefting a can of Foster's, which I realize is a horrible mistake to say because nobody in Australia drinks Foster's at all. It's like James Bogue.
No, that's actually a lie. That's like saying that nobody in America drinks Budweiser, which is what people from like Boston and Austin say when they go abroad. Oh, we don't drink that.
Well, all the hipsters
But they
in Austin
sure
drink
do.
Lone Star is what we drink.
Yeah.
But the other thing was that I would get to lead a parade down their main street, and I would get to march to the statue and make a plaque for what the actual statue is for. Surprisingly, they said no. They wouldn't do that.
No to all of it? Some
No,
of that
they-
sounds reasonable.
No, they said no to the whole package. But for SideQuest, somebody made a miniature Bernie statue. They made that statue, and I guess some guys from Tasmania bought it, and they're going to take it to
No shit.
the city hall in Bernie. And yeah,
Are you gonna?
Are they here? Are the people here with the statue? Are you raising your hand? Is that really you? Do you have the statue with you? You split it 3 ways. So which part did you
Gross.
get, the head?
how much did you guys pay for it? Oh, what a sucker.
$870.
Wow.
Wait, you split the stat? Like, are you time sharing the statue, or did you physically cut it?
Get to the mic. There's a microphone right there. So he said he split it $870 amongst 3 people.
Where's Gavin for math on that?
You spent $870 on a statue of Bernie?
Yep.
What the fuck is wrong with you? And then after you got it, you split it up?
Oh, Joel is super jealous, huh?
He's trying to figure out how to turn on the mic. Flip it to on.
If you want to make a statue of Joel, just like buy like a 6-pack of beer and just write Joel on it. And then just give it to me. And that will work.
One of the guys who wanted to buy it was actually from Australia. And the bidding started getting really high, and it was looking like he wasn't going to be able to get it because he wanted to take it to Bernie, Tasmania, since he's in Australia. So what I did was I came and I said, all right, how much are you willing to bid on it? And I'll give you the money beyond that so you can take the statue to Bernie, Tasmania. And since the money's going to a good cause, I was totally fine with that.
Yeah. Well,
so you guys cheated.
Come up here. I'm gonna give you some stuff.
We'd like to treat the statue like the Stanley Cup, so we'll pass it around. Maybe at RT conventions, we'll bring it, pass it around.
No, pass around, rub it on stuff.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, now I'm getting creeped out by this conversation.
Come up here. I'm going to give you some stuff since you wasted so much money. I've got wait right there. I've got a Master Chief Avatar armor for your Xbox Live character. Congratulations.
Oh, sweet.
No, hold on. I've got something else for you.
You want a beer?
Run.
If he asked you to sign something.
Well, I'm not going to give you a beer. I was just asking.
I'll also give you one of these Razer Onza controllers.
Wow, Gus like Santa.
And one of the Razer Chimera 5.1 headsets.
Wow.
There you go.
So basically, this guy invested in the statue, and now he's got real stuff.
Yeah. And it only cost him several $100s for that free stuff.
And apparently a plane trip to Australia as well.
It goes to charity.
What's that?
The money goes to charity.
It goes to Child's Play, right?
Right.
So you cheated for the kids. Congratulations.
Exactly.
You can go back. You just go back to Australia and tell everyone you met that you know there. Say you went to America, had a 3-way with a couple guys, and it was all for the kids.
That's the general gist of it.
I think Gabe and Tycho would actually be happy to hear that.
Like the 5-second version of the story. That's all you need. That's all the
cut to the
pertinent
chase.
information.
All right, so anything happened in the news while we've been at RTX? We've been kind of underwater, working on this thing. It seems like something, what's that?
Higgs Boson.
Higgs Boson. We've got to talk about that. That's like got to be the most important thing that's ever happened in the history of humanity,
Joel
right?
freaked out when the Higgs Boson thing hit. I told him about it, and he's like, what? That actually happened? And like the last person I would imagine would be excited about science would be Joel. But he was going nuts about it.
How is that not like the most significant thing ever?
So, okay, hold on. Wait.
Yeah,
No one say anything. Joel, what is the Higgs Boson?
Tell us why it's the most significant thing of all time.
The Higgs Boson is what gets ejected from Gus's face when I punch it.
No. Just in your words, what is the Higgs Boson?
You're going to take me down, aren't you?
No.
You're the one who said it's the most important thing ever. I know you know.
is.
Don't raise your hand.
All right, the
We are
Higgs
not gonna
Boson,
take you down.
basically,
We're
they're
gonna let
trying
you do
to
that.
unify the model, right, of quantum mechanics.
Go on.
Right? Where they're smashing particles. If they discover, basically they can't find a Higgs boson. They have to find the byproduct of that by smashing the particles. And they found the byproduct of that. Am I off base on this?
No, you're more...
Do I get help from the audience?
No, don't help him. You can't help him.
Joel has this look of panic on his eyes.
It's like if you have like math anxiety from like the 7th grade. It's just like, this is like math science anxiety. It's like, let's put you in a room full of 1,000 people. And but I'm not wrong. Frank, back me up. So
as far as you got, that was a fairly accurate description of what happened.
He didn't say a goddamn thing.
No, he did. He said they were missing a piece of evidence to suggest that the Higgs boson actually existed, and that they found that evidence, and they're pretty sure about it now.
So he just said that they found the Higgs boson.
No.
Yeah.
It
They
is
found
the
the Higgs
missing-
boson's quantum skid marks.
But he didn't explain what.
So they know
But
that
he
the
didn't-
Higgs boson is in the quantum model's underwear, but they have no direct evidence of it. I'm helping.
That's a
You are
really,
helping.
that's a really good analogy.
This is I don't know why they didn't pick us to like release the news to the world.
I don't think you did oversell me when I came out. I think, yeah.
The smartest man from the UK.
Exactly. I'm like Stephen Hawking plus the Fonz.
So listen,
And some Mr. Clean.
I'll go all in here. I don't know what is important about this thing. They find it, and what does it mean?
It-
it unifies the model,
Hold on,
right?
she keeps raising her hand.
Raise
You
your
must
hand.
obviously go to the microphone and explain to
you
us
keep
what it
saying,
means.
Joel, it unifies the model. What model? And what does it unify?
The model of quantum mechanics has very significant implications for string theory as well. It helps prove that model too.
What does this have to do
Nobody's
with
saying
Halo?
anything. They're just talking.
Is your mic on? Can you explain it?
It is on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, from my understanding, the Higgs boson is a subatomic particle that helps us understand how other subatomic particles have mass. Because
That's-
right now,
yeah,
a lot of
that's what I
them,
meant.
we don't know
Yeah.
why they don't, and the Higgs boson is the key for us to understand why subatomic particles have mass.
After the Big Bang,
Yeah.
nothing had mass,
Right.
right? And then the Higgs field
Certainly not
came
this
in
conversation.
after the Big Bang, and then particles gained mass, except for protons. Protons still don't have mass, but other protons, other particles. See, the drinking doesn't help with science, people.
This is the part of the live podcast that I was really anticipating, which is when we talk out of our ass for like 15 minutes at a time, and you guys are listening going, shut up, shut up, you're wrong. And none of us in the room have any clue that we're completely wrong, and we just keep going, and it's like we're right just by complete ignorance. It's like mass ignorance somehow makes us all right.
Quantum physicists are super angry right now. But like, what are they going to do, really?
Yeah,
I mean,
they're,
come on, bring it.
they're also mad that we introduced you as the smartest man from the UK, probably.
Yeah, tough. Yeah, you can't prove I'm not.
You know,
Except with a simple math quiz.
my dad actually worked on the super collider that was in Dallas. The
Oh.
one that they shut down.
Yeah.
So
The one that they never opened.
Yeah.
They started to
They were
work
gonna
on
try
it.
and turn it into a
I
ride.
think they dug like 20 miles of tunnel and then stopped.
Yeah, and then last
That's
I
a
heard,
bowling alley.
no, you know what they did because it was underground, it was tunnels.
Tilt the
At
world.
one point, a mushroom farm bought it. How sad is that?
Yeah, from what I understand, it would have been more powerful than CERN, than the collider they have now in CERN.
Yeah, it was like 4 times bigger.
Yeah, it was much bigger, and they were building it in this was a Cold War project, I believe, that they had worked on. And
I
then,
just like that Dallas lost that, but they got a NASCAR track.
it's the same thing. They should have repurposed it. It could have been the first underground NASCAR track. So is physics like the NASCAR of the sciences? Like the electrons just keep going left?
I'd totally watch NASCAR. That'd be the greatest thing ever. Imagine the
And
crashes.
then the people were looking for the crashes. It's the
Yeah, that's
exact
exactly right. We would have gotten to the conclusion faster, and it would be more entertaining.
But it'd be the Higgs Buick.
So what? Do you,
We
what
can
is
get
it?
weirder here on this.
But what is it? Are it's a particle accelerator and
Right.
a particle collider, super collider.
Yeah.
What is it? They accelerate an electron? Just one electron versus one electron? Two go in, one comes out, kind of a deal. You know, is that what it is?
Please let Joel answer this.
See, look, dude, everybody in the audience is going
All
like
right.
this. That's not science. That's not an answer. I don't understand what colliding is. That's the part I got down. But is it what, one electron? Is that what it is?
Neutron.
Neutrons suck. Pick a side, you pacifist. Yeah, hey, get up to the mic, buddy. Whoever you are in the back.
This is like a nerd ghetto version of a Prairie Home Companion.
No, we do not talk about NPR on this podcast.
Yeah.
But we got the audience. I brought a banjo. I can do some folk stuff.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, what a collider is, and actually, Monty, here's a good Halo analogy. A Mac cannon is a magnetically accelerated cannon.
Right.
So it uses a magnetic field to project a projectile out and blow stuff up. So instead of that, they put it in a donut. And instead of giant tungsten bullets,
I'm totally following this. Keep
and
going.
you have just two little protons. It could be
I
depending
thought
on
it was neutrons. Everyone was
You're gonna
yelling
piss
earlier.
off-
No, it
you're
has
gonna
to be
piss off the
neutron.
neutron camp.
Regularly, they both have mass and they're both work well, depending on what experiment you want to do. Basically, you spin them around. That's why they have to be so big. They have to get so fast, nearly 99 point. Enter how many nines you want percent the speed of light. And then basically they send them into another chamber, and that's where they actually collide. And where they collide are the sensors, where they pick up the various particles that actually collide. And what happens is they smash and all these little particles and traces and so forth. I mean, it's a little crazy. I can't even explain it, but basically,
Fucking magnets.
So glad you got up to the mic.
Fucking magnets.
Well, thank you for taking a microphone.
Dude,
Fucking
hey, no.
Dale Earnhardt magnets.
Listen, the
It's
fact
still
that
better than Joel's. Actually.
Well, what, you come up here, you and the girl who was up here. Let me give you both Anza controllers as well.
hey, listen, relating science via Halo, that's on my level, so I appreciate it. So what are we hoping to learn from this? We're gonna get what?
Okay.
Am I gonna get a teleporter out of
apparently,
this?
I'm sorry, what?
Am I gonna get a teleporter out of this? What do
You're not
I
going to
get
learn
out of
anything.
this?
You're never going to learn anything.
You'll get
But
stuff. You'll probably get like better cell phone reception or something.
I'll take it.
microwave faster. Apparently there's, oh, nice. Whoa.
Someone said Mass Effect Relay, so I brought that out. We're giving that away later, so ignore that for now.
It's very heavy.
Wow. Holy moly.
Is that part of the Hadron Collider? Is that what they use to shoot? All right. See, I just dig myself into these holes. Okay, so apparently there are other dimensions. Apparently, mathematically, there are other dimensions.
Shut up, let him go.
When Joel is excited about the Higgs boson, that was this first thing. He's like, "There's other universes now. There's other dimensions."
No, not other universes.
Okay, please explain this, Joel.
Other dimensions.
So, what's the difference between another universe and another dimension?
I don't fucking know. What?
No, you were
You know,
very
when you have
clear
fucking
right there.
Jack turn on you, that's when you know you're fucking at the bottom.
So I actually know the answer to that.
Okay, please.
Well, it's boring, and I can't describe it properly because you imagine describing up to one of the Flatlanders from the famous thought experiment. Other dimensions are literally other dimensions in space, right? So you've got up, down, left, right, forward, backward.
Right.
There's another one, we can't see it. In theory, one of the reasons we can't see it is because they're very, very small. That's it. That's where we're at. Loads of different directions that we can't sense or see. But they have given and shaped evidence upon the very fabric of the universe.
So how is this going to influence Halo?
How are you going to incorporate this into Halo 4?
Yes.
Well, we'll go down to about 8 frames per second when we add one. But, yeah.
No, that actually does make sense because Joel is used to dealing with things that are very, very, very small. So that's helpful.
You just set me up with a small setup here, and I'm not going to...
Joel always tells us the jokes he's not going to tell us.
No.
Well, those are the best kinds of jokes. Those never bomb because they never come out.
Never mind.
They just fizzle. All right, so what else should we talk about, Gus? What else is going on in the news?
Well,
Any video game news that came out?
I don't know. If it didn't happen in this building, I don't know about it.
What's that? Oh, Spelunky? I don't know what that is. It sounds like a Minecraft clone. It's just off the... Rogue-like cave dwelling game.
Monty would love that.
Guys, Jack, what's the last arcade game you guys have been playing?
Well, we've been playing Minecraft like nonstop pretty much for the past couple months. And but yeah, Spelunky just hit this past week or this past Wednesday on Xbox Live Arcade. It's one of the new 400-point Xbox Live Arcade games. Are you excited about that?
What's that?
The 400-point arcade games now?
I'll be honest. I've been so busy with RTX, I haven't had a chance to play a whole lot. I'm actually kind of like working my... you know what? I got to be pathetic here. I'm going to give up. I've been trying to beat this one achievement on Left 4 Dead 2 for about 2 years now, and I just got to give up and find some ringers because I cannot beat expert level campaigns. I just can't do it. And like, you can do it? Dude, you stand up. I can't believe you have a Jack beard. That is like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Yeah, somehow it being fake doesn't make it less gross. Somehow. I'm not sure.
You and Jack should make out. We should all take pictures.
How do we get the...
It'd be like watching two otters go at it in the wild.
Where's Gavin? Oh, man.
Turn into the Nature Channel.
Well, no, Bernie, the problem is the beard hair would catch. And then like any
Beard
sort of
hair,
excess food
interlocking.
would lock
Like,
together.
Is it like Velcro?
Yeah, this is
like,
Velcro.
like Bernie, if,
Like Velcro, that's awesome.
Bernie, if you and I were ever to get really close, like our beard hairs would slowly go towards each other. Kind of like, you know when like the aliens reconnect after getting to see, yeah, it's kind of like that where they're sort of building together. You guys would probably have this weird taste in your mouth that would like right in the back of your throat.
Those are like the
That would be-
proteins.
I had a. You know what? Actually, what I was picturing in my mind while you were saying that, I was picturing like an Avatar when they bond. Oh yeah.
I was picturing Gus sitting on the urinal as they slowly map. Yeah.
You with
Stuff that
the
grows out of Gus's face isn't even hair. I don't even know what that. I don't know what's
it's like a scrubbing brush, like a scouring pad of some kind.
Dude, we have to do something about. There's too many beards in the company.
You with the Jack beard, come up here. I'm gonna give you some stuff.
What? No, really. What is the deal with beards? Like, Joel. You're even growing like the one you're capable of, which is like the Satan goatee. You know.
Okay, that
You
is
look
the
like a
first,
Klingon
that's
from the
the
original
first
Star Trek.
legitimate thing that you can make fun of me about.
No, Joel,
Is that-
that's
no,
not the first legitimate thing.
That's it. I cannot grow a full fucking beard. I cannot fucking do it. I'm the oldest person in this fucking room that cannot grow a full fucking beard.
Do you want to talk about it?
It makes me want to punch Jack every time I see him. You're like a Gia-pet walking around. You like put seeds on your face and just like, what
I've
the
got Miracle
hell?
Grow that I just add to it every night.
Is it Rogaine? Are you doing Rogaine?
No.
How much care is like involved in the beard like that?
Not much. Not, honestly, like I shampoo it when I shower.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Where do you use
Oh,
conditioner?
you always say, "Oh God," that's like I'm being clean with
do
it.
you use
want me to not
conditioner
be
as
clean
well?
with it? I do condition occasionally.
No, the old God was envisioning you in the shower, dude.
Oh, okay. I get that.
The hardest part about this bastard having a beard is like going out to eat with him. Because then it's like, oh, great, now we get to watch the food fall down into the thing. There it goes. Oh, it went into a hole. I'll never see it again.
So, Jack,
I'll never see it again.
what's the oldest piece of food you found in your beard?
Oh, God.
Actually, I found some whipped cream from a milkshake the other day. I was
The
drinking
other
it,
day?
and I was like, no, it was, I was
This
still
is how you
drinking.
log it.
I was still drinking. I didn't realize it was on my beard. And I was like, because you.
No, wait.
Okay,
You
those of you who
didn't
have beards
realize
in the
it was
audience.
in your beard?
No, I didn't, because I can't feel my beard as hair, Joel. So okay, those of you who have beards, you know, you add like an extra little wipe to your beard anytime you eat, right? You clean your mouth and then you kind of wipe down.
News,
So
Jack,
I
the
do. I don't know
wipe
about
is
other
not
people.
working.
So it's usually very clean.
The wipe is not working.
It's totally working.
Get a brush or something.
Can I get a pick, maybe? Like puff it out?
Something. Light it on fire.
Okay, so, I hate to do this. Is Brandon in the room? Okay, good. I can tell the story then. So you remind me of something. I don't know if you guys ever noticed this before, but like Brandon always has like something in the corner of his mouth, like after he eats. Like he has one spot that he somehow misses in the overall like
I've
cleaning
seen
my
that.
face wipe. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Do you ever point it out to him?
No.
I don't either. I just talk about it in a room of 1,000 people, apparently. So.
And no one's going to point it out to him. Not a single one of you is going to walk up and be like, hey, man.
I bet they will.
It's like the birds and the bees talk.
Wait, how is that like the birds and the bees talk?
It's an important conversation that has to happen that no one wants to do.
With
Like
Brandon? What do you mean? So, Joel, what age do you think someone should have the birds and the bees talk? Are you talking about the kid? Like,
Why is it anytime we question you for further information,
This
Joel,
is-
you just sigh and then get angry?
Bernie,
Joel,
you need a,
you're happy
Bernie,
to explain the Higgs boson, but you won't explain the birds and the bees. Right?
Bernie, do you need a pamphlet?
okay, Joel, let me give you a scenario.
No.
You just met a kid. You've known him for 2 weeks. The relationship is progressing. At what point do you have the birds and the bees talk with this kid?
All right, other
Oh, sorry.
dimensions.
That was a story for Jack's beard. Sorry. You look like Uncle Pedophile. That's what I'm trying to say.
I was confused there.
No, pedophiles don't grow their beard that long.
My beard's about 8 months old, so.
Well, they give themselves away. That's why.
The beard is slowly taking the shape of like, the bear. You see it, the peta-bear? It's the same color.
My beard is calico.
Your beard is
Multicolored.
calico.
No, Frank, you see some white in there? There's like white and there's red and brown.
I try not to look at your beard.
Look into it. Look, can you find the Cheeto? That's also in there?
there's an old couch in there, and there's there's a skull.
You want to touch it?
No, I don't.
You want to touch it, don't you?
Honestly, it looks like pubes.
Yeah,
It does.
It looks like an angry old man's pubes, but it's.
Yeah.
Wait. Why do you know what angry old man pubes look like?
I have to shower too.
Touche, sir. Touche.
Is there a long-term plan for the beard?
I think after RTX, it's like, this is going to be the longest it'll be. So it's going to start getting trimmed back now. But I wanted to, honestly, I grew it out for RTX. So, this is the longest it'll get. Because you guys always say, let it grow. And I said, all right, fine, I'll let it grow.
And now we're saying shave it. Why don't you listen to that?
No, I'm going to trim it.
No, we're not going let it grow. We're going let it grow, ha, ha, ha.
I think they were saying let it go.
People are wearing beards ironically making fun of you.
Yeah, now we're just saying let it go. Please, let it die. So you're going to shave it completely after
No.
RTX?
No. I'm going to trim it. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. Right now, it's kind of getting out of control, so I'm going to clean it.
Kinda?
Just kinda.
The Holocaust was kind of bad.
I don't know.
Whoa.
Just saying. Wow. Just saying.
All right, listen.
Wait.
All right,
Bernie, we just found out you're part Jewish, right?
Oh, God.
What are we segueing into here?
I don't
talked
know.
to Frank before he came out here. I said, hey, why don't you come on for about 20 minutes? Because I don't know if you know this or not, our podcast gets a little blue. We literally just hit the 21-minute mark. And then we get that reference in. We just found out that we think that I am part Jewish. Yes. Although technically by Jewish law, I would be completely Jewish because that's my mother.
Which part?
How do you find
What's that?
Which part?
What's that? On your mother's side. That's what I'm doing.
He did. He did that 23andMe genetic analysis thing.
Yeah, I had to spit in a container.
So you and I both did this test, and
That
you
doesn't
get
sound like real doctoring.
You get the container, and you think, "I'll spit into this, no problem."
Right.
It's really hard to spit into that thing. It's a lot more volume than your spit is less than you imagine it to be, and it's also hard to get it all into the container.
How often do you imagine the volume of your own spit, Gus?
Constantly. I feel like I'm very self-conscious about my spit.
Wow.
Are you really?
Yeah, I hate it. It drives me crazy. Does it not drive you crazy?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, all the time. But tell me about yours first.
I hate the fact. I hate the fact that I can feel saliva in my mouth.
Okay.
All right, see, this is something that's going to stick with you.
It's really disturbing. Once you're conscious of it.
No, I mean, if you think about, all right,
it's like
spit. Somebody spits on the ground, and they're spitting, and it's spit, and so on the ground. It's gross. Okay, that shit was in your mouth.
Right. It's
all the time.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Frank's ejecting.
So,
I'm putting on a disguise so that nobody back in Microsoft knows I was on there.
That's a good call.
Do you want a fake beard? We have a fake beard in the audience. You can throw on too if you want.
No, I can grow one like a real man.
Right now?
I'll just start straining.
Wow. That's okay. I don't mind taking it from Frank because Frank's a real person. The rest of the people on this panel, who the fuck are you guys? All right, listen.
Your friends?
Yeah. Right. All right, listen. All right, listen. Why don't we do a deal where everybody at the effing company, stop it, you listen. Everybody at the company.
He's not letting you talk over him. Did you realize what he just did?
I literally don't have a microphone in front of me, and he told me to stop.
All right, listen. You're not listening. All right, everybody at the company, Tuesday, shaves their beards.
Okay.
All right, I'll be in San Diego. You guys have fun with that. No, that's the worst thing, man. So I've been killing myself here at RTX. I go to work on Monday, cut the horse we shot yesterday, Awu, and then I fly out on Tuesday to go to Comic-Con and work another convention.
Who do we got going?
Boo-hoo, right?
Yeah. Oh, come on.
No, he's right. I'm gonna Comic-Con on Wednesday, and it is hard.
It's legitimately hard.
Hey, Gus.
Yeah, what's up, Monty?
I've been even asked you, what hotel do we got?
No.
Do you want me to say here?
What's Monty's
Can we
room
talk about
number?
Monty missing his flight at PAX? Because Monty and I were in that same flight. We've talked about that on the podcast before, Monty. What are you talking about?
What?
What? I think Jack is just trying to get away from the fact he just complained about between two major cons that he gets to go to, he has to play video games for a day. That's his big complaint in life.
I think the beard is
it's like
starting to slip into the brain.
Bernie, look what just arrived on the stage.
Oh, here's the Bernie statue.
Oh, my God.
Oh, is it on camera?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Now,
Jordan, you'll be happy to know it has RTAA arms.
Now, is the statue part Jewish?
Joel, do you want to check?
So this will make its way to Bernie, Tasmania, and hopefully we'll find a place in the mayor's office somewhere. It's a different mayor than the one I was talking to. That bitch didn't get reelected. She should have known better. But so we'll see. I guess have to write up a plaque for it for the purpose of the statue.
I mean, they should go down there and then take that little thing and then tape it, like duct tape it to the other statue, and take a picture, right?
No, show the platypus. The platypus. I think it's a dead platypus. The thing is like it's like birds. Yeah, it's.
You meant a live one,
It might
right?
be just a sad platypus.
It's asleep. They're nocturnal, right?
Apparently that platypus went to one of our
I don't know,
panels.
but no one else is going to contest me.
Okay, you know, Australia is such a messed up place that we learned when we were down that even the platypus is poisonous. It seems like this cute little hybrid animal we all make fun of.
Doesn't it have like weird barbs in its gums or
It has-
some sort of venom?
It has one barb. It's like the guy from Assassin's Creed. It like hook you with that barb and poison you.
Bernie, we also talked about this.
What's that?
We also talked about this before.
Oh, so the person over there knew that.
Are you from Australia? You're lying.
This is the platypus expert.
Can the platypus go into other dimensions?
All right.
For the record, I'm giving the other guys who bought the statue some Chimera and Anza controllers.
Okay, let's try something a little different. We normally never try this, but we're actually kind of looking forward to it because, as you may have heard, we're in the process of turning the podcast into, or adding, in addition to what we do now, we're going to add a live streaming component to the podcast. We're building a set back at the studio, and we're probably going to start that as soon as Gus gets some free time after RTX. We'll get that whole thing started. And
well, the process is technically started.
Yeah.
We have the set, and we have we built an infrastructure to do all of it. Now we just actually have to do it.
It's like when we started the podcast, we recorded like 10 before we put the first one out, I remember.
Yep.
We just gave up on it. So as part of that, it's going to give us the opportunity to maybe have some interaction with the audience on the fly, whether people can call into the podcast as they're listening to it live or chat in or something like that. So in that
Like car talk?
Like, yes. Yes. And like, wait, don't tell me, and every other goddamn government-funded thing that beats us on iTunes. So if you guys want to, you can line up at the mics and we'll start to take some questions. Yeah. But I got to warn you, we might pull eject on this process pretty quickly.
Yeah, we also, if anyone's on the stream, they can also maybe send some stuff as well.
Yeah. No questions about the platypus.
How would the people on the podcast or on the stream, would they send us questions?
I'm watching it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's good. So why don't we start over here?
Hi. So I have 2 questions. One is... Oh, I only get one? Okay, then. I have one question.
No. We are in a legal contract. You are committed to 2 questions, sir.
Right.
No, but I only have one counts as a question.
No, that's not... What?
That's not a question.
You only get...
Question 1.
And one
question
statement.
1 is, how come Jeff's never on the podcast?
Yeah. How come?
So we got asked this in just about every panel that we did with Jeff, and he was saying that he's so busy with Achievement Hunter that those guys keep him busy constantly. He's got 8 employees that he manages, and that takes all of his time, and he's got the worst employees in the company, to be honest with you, one of which is right there. So that's it. I can take it from a personal level. I've taken breaks from the podcast as well. The podcast is way...
Like this one, right?
Yeah, right. The podcast is way different from any other thing that we do because it tends to like bleed into your personal life and your personal stories. And there's been times where I just have not wanted to do that. So, I mean...
Oh, you've had problems with personal things on the podcast, Bernie?
Sorry, Jack.
Really? You've had issues with personal things on the podcast?
For the record, I sat on your personal thing. So your personal thing ended up on my ass.
Is your personal thing a urinal?
No.
It was a flesh
Frank,
slide.
Frank, don't ask. We would like to keep the Halo contract as long as possible, but let's segue into something else.
That.
Yeah. So So I mean, it's one of those things where I know I've taken a break from the podcast before, just because maybe I don't want to talk about personal stuff on an ongoing basis. So, but we did have a strategy for getting Jeff back on the podcast, which worked with Jack, which is we can just talk shit about Jeff for a couple weeks until he has to come back on and defend himself. So that's our new strategy. What was your second question?
And my second question is, will there ever be a DayZ podcast in the style of the Left 4 Dead podcasts?
We're hoping so.
Okay, can I say, so Achievement Hunter, we are also building a live streaming set, kind of like the podcast set, and we're going to be doing live Let's Plays in DayZ and other PC games. So that's being built. So
for the record, we're going to do it first on the podcast.
Yeah, awesome.
Like we already did with our previous ones before Let's Play.
The original Drunk Tank production.
It'll most likely end up as a podcast thing, but it's going to be a test for the Achievement Hunter live stream stuff as well. So yes, there will be DayZ stuff.
And the cool part of it too is we think it's a lot of fun to actually see the guys that are playing the games too, not just hear them yakking over the gameplay.
So was it interesting, you asked about DayZ, was it interesting seeing people play DayZ on the stage? That's one of the reasons we programmed it. We were curious to see how it played in front of a crowd of people, because it's a very slow game, but it's very suspenseful as well.
I didn't get a chance to see it, actually.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Sorry.
Okay, good. People like it.
You're just going to make him mad. You're just going to make him mad. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was working at the Immersion Museum all weekend, and it's been awesome, and I saw on Twitter that you guys are doing a second season.
Yep.
And I was wondering, did you guys pick Michael and Gavin specifically to optimize the angriness and stupidity on the show?
Yep.
That's a great question.
I think it's nail on the head, actually, is what that is.
I think, the short answer is yes. But yeah, the best thing is we love making immersion, and it's a lot of fun to do. In fact, it's probably the most fun we've ever had to shoot was the video game car that we made, because we shot for 6 hours with it, and then we stayed out there for like 2 or 3 hours just driving it.
Bernie. Video game helicopter.
What's that?
Video game helicopter.
I love it. That's one of the things that actually came up, Monty, is we thought, that when you play like a Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row kind of a game, you just jump in a helicopter and you can fly it. So we just throw Gavin in a helicopter and say,
how hard could it be?
Go.
Do you remember when Monty? Okay, so Monty just started at Rooster Teeth when he was on the immersion thing. Like he was one of the Yakuza, right, Monty?
That's right.
And do you remember like when we were in between filming scenes, Monty was sitting down with his head on his hands with music blaring so loud that we could hear it. He was like he had like earphones in, and we could hear him, and he was asleep.
No,
you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that, right?
Season 8.
How can you hear anything?
Yeah. That was our first sign. But so we love it, and the best thing is, if we can use Michael and Gavin as our lab rats, it's like we get a lot of fun adventures, and then as a bonus, at the end of the season, Michael and Gavin are dead.
Or they kiss. But you don't know what it's going to be, right? Very exciting.
So there's a good question in the stream here for you, Bernie.
Yeah.
Would you ever get Jordan's hot sister for a cameo in Red vs. Blue?
What an interesting question.
Wait,
that was asked by Lone Stark in the chat.
Someone's very excited about that.
Yeah, Thalia agrees that Jordan has a hot sister. No, it's my goal in life just for the RT animated adventures, that if I talk about Jordan's hot sister enough, he then has to sit down and draw his sister as hot as possible, which is kind of gross, but we'll try to make it happen. So.
I volunteer to animate that.
She just updated her Facebook status to in a relationship. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how to dislike that.
Who's the guy?
You got to make it's complicated.
What's that?
Hey.
Once it gets complicated, then...
Yeah.
Is the guy on Facebook? What's his username?
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. In fact, I'm even remiss to bring this up, but fuck it. Who is the jackass on the podcast? Which one of us talked about signing people up for mailing lists?
Oh, God.
Who did that, Gus?
No, why you're bringing it back up?
Because I want to talk about it. And my email address is already destroyed now from this. So ever since, was it you, Jack?
No, I think Gavin brought it up because I mentioned Gavin's email on the the show we shot at, or the thing at E3, because I replaced my email with his on the Mega 64 thing.
They know it, yeah.
And so I think Gavin brought it up.
So I've been signed up for like every Christian Bible study mailing list on the internet.
I was having a really hectic day a couple of weeks ago, and I was really trying to use my email. And while I was trying to receive these very important emails, someone signed me up for 150 mailing lists. Like, what is this person's life that they have the time to find all these mailing lists and type my email? It wasn't a bot. Like, they were finding these lists and sending me shit.
You know, I like it, but hearing it happening to you, it's kind of funny. I don't know.
Do you think it was Gavin?
No, Gavin's not smart enough.
No, because he set it up. He said, "Oh, I'm the dumb guy. Set it up on the podcast," and then he goes to work.
Yeah. It would either take intelligence or effort, so it definitely was not Gavin.
So I was on Reddit, on the Rooster Teeth subreddit, and I found a picture of Gus, Matt, and Jeff from 2001 E3, and I wanted to show it to you because it's pretty funny.
Yeah, is there any? Can we pull this up? Can we show it?
No, we don't have any video hookup here. But bring it up here, and we can maybe turn it to the camera or something.
Okay, so listen. So I know the picture that you're talking about because there's a couple different pictures from here, and I'm not in the frame. I'm probably off frame.
Let me see it first.
In that particular angle. So it's a picture of we were with Drunk Gamers, and Matt lived in LA at the time, and so we went out to E3 in May of 2001, and there was just a random picture of us. There's actually a couple of them that were snapped. There's Gus. He's wow.
Oh wow, that is.
It's like he has no hair on his face. He just has the eyebrow. That's it. Here, figure out a way to show that. So here's really the crazy thing about that,
Gus,
though.
turn around.
Is the crazy thing about that is, were you wearing a Hawaiian shirt in that, by the way?
Yeah. You remember I used to wear Hawaiian shirts?
Yeah, you look like a character from Breaking Bad in it. But the crazy thing about that is, like, I'm just off frame in that photo, but there's other photos that same person took. And it's actually, the weirdest coincidence about that is that we're waiting in line to play a game that we'd never heard of before called Halo. And so it was right before we played Halo for the first time at E3 in 2001. So that's a really crazy coincidental photo.
And now the circle is complete.
Right. And oddly enough, a baby Gavin is in the background of it. So
there's a basket in the corner.
And then we crashed the plane.
Well, I want to talk about this thing real fast because I'm going to give it away while we're recording.
Are you going to give it away to me? Because it's actually pretty cool.
Can I have it?
What'd you say?
You can give it to me.
Gus just grunted when he picked that up, by the way.
Oops.
I took off a piece to turn the lighting on. It's made by a company called Triforce. It's a replica of an M8 Avenger from Mass Effect. It's really heavy. I believe it was a limited edition of 500, and this is number 14 out of the series.
And that's actually fully functional, right?
It's really heavy. I believe when this thing, they don't sell it anymore. When it was for sale, they sold it for $650.
And they sold most of them to the Iraqi army,
We sent
right?
someone down the line while y'all were waiting in line, talking to people, and they picked someone.
Hey, Gus, is that heavy?
It's really heavy.
So wait, I'm sorry, what did you say? They picked somebody
Yeah,
for what?
I sent someone down the line to talk to people who were waiting in line to come into this panel.
Okay.
And they picked 3 people.
Okay.
And one of those people is going to win this.
All right.
That is fucking awesome.
And that person is Sean Mitchell.
Sean Mitchell?
Are you
Yeah! He literally said, "Oh my God," and then stood up.
Are you a member of the Iraqi army?
No, it's just the uniform. I plan to join next year.
So wait. So you're wearing a military uniform?
Can I have it when you're... No. All right.
So you're not actually in the military?
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Don't wear that to your recruitment appointment because they might get a little freaked out by it. Just so you know. So where do you get a military uniform?
Or you could and just start ordering people around.
Or you could do what Dan did when he came to work at our last company, which is just show up and say you're part of it. I wonder if you could do that at the Army, just like show up.
I think that's a recruiting policy.
I did not say it was the heaviest gun in the world. I just said it was
Looks
fucking
like we
heavy.
got a badass here.
Don't make me take the goddamn prize back.
Gus is not saying it wasn't heavy, but I watched him struggle with it. He had to brace it on his leg. And like,
I'm not a strong man. You saw, like the animated adventures or stick arms. It's like pretty practical.
There's like a bead of sweat here on you.
Oh, shut the hell up. This from the guy who sweats eating fried chicken.
I resent that.
I'm in no mood.
All right, we over here?
Oh.
My friends and I were hoping to start up our own machinima series, and we were wondering if you had any pointers on how to make it better.
I haven't seen it. How to make it better?
How to
Cursing.
make it good.
Okay, how to make it good. Did you make it bad? Okay, first of all, you need to get better at promotions. That would be my first thing. So tell you what, if you put it online and then send us a link, I can promise you that
Gavin at roosterteeth.com. Again, that email is gavin@roosterteeth.com.
I'll make you a deal. We'll give you honest feedback. Send us a link, and we will watch it on a podcast and give you real-time feedback on it. How does that sound?
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't cheer for him. Don't say, oh, wow. That's going to be brutal.
You're clapping now. Just wait. What's it about, your Machinima series? What's your Machinima?
I know. I'm sorry.
What's that?
I think we see what the problem is.
You need a plot, some characters.
This band of soldiers is in a canyon. We use the map.
Go on.
We use that.
Excuse me, can I interrupt you for a second? What game are you using to make your Machinima series?
Halo 3.
Oh, there we go.
You'll be hearing from multiple legal departments shortly.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you hire Joel? That would be awesome. Yeah, send us a link and we'll take a look at it. And we'll review it on the podcast.
All right.
So, good luck. Yeah.
Hey, just had a great weekend, and I was wondering what we'd be doing different for our next RTX.
Opening this wall was a great idea. Yeah. So.
On paper, 4,000 people's a lot bigger than you think it is in your head.
On paper, it's bigger than your head?
I'm sorry. In practice, I'm really drunk. In practice, in person, it's a lot bigger than you think it is when you're imagining planning an event. So we'll have bigger spaces in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, so just to give you a little bit of perspective, the portion of the convention center we're using is actually what they call the small end of it. Like South by Southwest is held here every year, and this is the part of the convention center they don't use, right?
Yeah, it's like nothing.
It's weird because this is the front of the convention center with the cool foyer and all that, but they've even blocked that off for our event. Like they don't ever use that one rotunda or whatever the hell they call it. I've never seen that part of the convention center before our event. Have you?
No.
It's like the fancy part, yeah, but this is the main entrance. So we got the ability to grow like all throughout this thing, and I think we'll take advantage of that next year. Yeah. Let me ask you, as a, show a sign here, how many of you think you'll come back for RTX 2013? All right.
I want to see that one guy. The one guy's like, fuck this, I'm not coming back.
What's that guy's problem? He's like, no. Over here?
All right, yeah, I'm Franz Garfrum from New Jersey. I heard some rumors going around that I never heard before. Are you guys planning on doing a full-length movie?
We always have that plan in the works, but yeah, we do have a couple different properties that we have been developing over a long period of time to make a new movie, usually comedic stuff, and the stuff we're working on now is like another stair step towards that as we do like longer series that are live action since we moved away from the short. So yeah, that's always on the roadmap somewhere.
The movie's called Wreck-It Ralph?
No. It's Break It Bruce.
Oh, Break It Bruce.
We've been over this.
So yeah, it's always in the works.
All right, thanks.
I know Gus already shared his creepy story, but what is some of y'all's other good, funny, or creepy stories that's happened at RTX this year?
Specifically at RTX?
Well, anything funny, but at RTX specifically would be cool.
I don't think I had that one weird story about a convention in general, but I think I already talked about that in the podcast with the tiger on the page or whatever.
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
No. Oh, there was a girl.
I'm at a convention. A girl walks up to me. She has a giant book of pictures. Okay, great. She opens a pick up I'm drunk. She opens a book of pictures and she's like, "Oh, hey, look, I have all these pictures I've drawn. It's like a tiger." It's like, "Oh, that's really cool. That's a really good tiger. That's really, really nice. That's a good tiger." She turns a page and it's a tiger and Joel. It's like, "Oh, that's nice. It's Tiger and Joel. It's very, very nice." Whatever. I'm telling the story wrong, but basically, by the time I turned the page, it was like, now here's a picture of a tiger and a guy, and the tiger and the guy, or whatever, and then you turn the page, it's like, oh, there's a picture of a tiger and the guy having sex. Oh, that's very nice. There's a picture of this. Oh, look, you're on the next one. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good, thank you for the book. That was a little weird.
A little weird?
That was a little weird.
Yeah, I would say slash fan fictions are always a particularly interesting conversation when people want. Do you guys know what a slash fan fiction is? Yeah. Yeah. The way you moaned, yes, that's how I feel about it too. So, Yeah, so someone asking for your opinion of their / fan fiction about you and Gus.
It's really good. It was awesome.
Yeah. And Gus and Jeff read them. That's the worst part.
No, the worst part was that one time we were sharing a hotel room in Portland. We were working on this television commercial. I don't know why we were fucking sharing a room. And Jeff was laying in bed reading Simmons Griff's / fan fictions to me. I was like, are you trying
Did
to
he have a
tell me
book
something?
with pictures?
Yeah. Wow. But Gus is on the edge of the bed like this, listening.
So I just saw something really weird in our live stream chat. Someone said they wanted to know how much input we had in Halo 4, which is 0. We're not game designers. But this person said that they're sitting in the audience and they're also in the live stream. Archvile 609.
So you like cut in line.
You're watching the stream and you're also sitting here? Is there anyone else doing that, or is he the only one?
Holy shit.
There's like 10 of you, 15 of you? You're experiencing it for real.
Is the stream funnier?
No, but they're in here already.
That's true. You did call that guy out, and he
That's
did
right.
not get in line.
That's a bad precedent. No, I'm not doing that again. If you're here, fuck you. Get in line.
But you actually did have some influence on Halo 4. We definitely did animation support with you guys in mind.
Oh, yeah?
And the audience. So.
What, like more frames per head bob or something?
The usual lore weapons, like teabag Bernie for extra points.
I believe at your panel here, didn't you confirm that you were able to drop weapons?
I confirmed a lot of things at that panel, but I had a lot of booze.
How are you feeling on this panel?
Developer panels in the future. Just load them up and get all the secrets.
Can we buy you another drink?
So, Jack, you and Jeff were part of the Halo 4 panel. You guys played a map, right?
Yes. So we played the first ever achievement horse maps on Halo 4.
Damn it.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, there's something intimidating about playing Halo in front of a group of about, 500, 600 people, however big these rooms are. Yeah. It's fun, but damn, is it very, very intimidating.
I'm pretty sure I'm playing in one of the esports main theater. I'm playing in one of those matches today. And I played last night. The nice thing about having a convention is after the hall closes, you get to walk over and play the stuff. That takes a long time to play. So I snuck a game in of Halo 4. It's very true to the original, the other Halo games, is because I am still shitty at Halo, so I know it's great, and I got my ass kicked completely.
Now, I will say the eSport arena is pretty nice because you're hiding behind a monitor, so no one knows how bad you suck.
Oh,
so
really?
it's like you're just one of 5 up there.
Except my name's going to be on the screen, right?
Well, but no, it's not your name. It's like whatever the default name's already built.
I think everyone at this panel realizes how bad we suck.
Joel is leaning back in his chair.
I am, dude. Wireless microphone.
You gotta have the other mic too.
We're recording a podcast.
Wireless podcast. Who's ever editing the podcast is going to have a great time.
Thanks for
editing the podcast is going to have a great time.
ADR on the fly.
Saved it.
All right. Where were we at?
Yeah, where are we at? Who's next? You.
If you don't answer, I'm going to have to give stuff away.
I have 2 questions. One, with Immersion coming back, will Passcast come back as well?
No.
Why not?
What's that?
Why
Is that your second question? Why not? Because we don't like it.
No, I'm just wondering why won't you bring Passcast back as well?
Well, we're not bringing Passcast back because Joel is tired of playing Hitler.
He would make me drive around the city.
Listen, I had one of, it was, Frank's going to be mortified that we keep bringing this up over and over again, but I had a moment where I had to pause and really evaluate my life because we just got a new annex that we've grown so much we had to rent space next door to the studio. So we were moving things into storage and organizing it, and we were getting rid of old props, that we didn't need anymore. And I actually said these words. Someone was holding up, do we want to keep that? I said, no, get rid of that. We have way better Nazi flags than that one. Wow. So I was like, what?
Hey, Bernie, aren't you half Jewish?
What's happened? What's happened to my life, that I had to say something like that? And then somebody else had mentioned we were cleaning stuff out, and someone holds up this, and they say, hey, it just feels like it's illegal to throw out a box of porn this big. Like we have to burn it or bury it.
That's what led to our forced porn discussion.
You're right. So one of the things we discovered, too, on the podcast is that the really ridiculous ways you have to dispose of a flag Or did we talk about the Bible? How you
We talked about both on the podcast. Yeah.
They have to bury a Bible.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever done
grow
that?
a new Bible
It grows
tree.
on a Bible tree.
It grows back. Yeah. All right, over here.
Hi, I'm TBSWK on the site.
Hi, TPSWK.
Hi, Gus. I've been dying to ask this question all weekend, actually. I'm really excited for your live stream podcast stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering how you're going to censor yourselves, because occasionally you say stuff that has to be cut or bleeped. And if people are watching-
occasionally?
This podcast right here is making me reevaluate the whole process.
No, it's a really good question. It's something we're going to have to find kind of the sweet spot on.
No, it is tough. Like, Joel and I have actually gone on the radio a whole lot recently with the guys here in Austin, ESPN Radio here in Austin. And to, like, have to censor yourself, it's difficult, man. Because you get so used to just like, being able to say whatever you want, and then not being able to curse is not easy. When you're used to it.
Fuck that.
Fuck.
Precisely.
What do you guys do at your mom's house? Really? You just like blue streak all the way till dinner?
Where's Michael?
Yeah. You want to know what I do at Jack's mom's house? Jack actually doesn't like those jokes. I've actually made him mad.
Well, my parents actually were up here this weekend.
I know.
Yeah, they were. Really, it was pretty cool. Actually, my parents met Jeff's mom, so it was kind of like this weird thing where like they were
Before
all
we go
in
any
the family
further,
of Achievement Hunter.
Are Jack's parents in the audience?
They're not.
All right.
They're not. My dad was here earlier today, but I think he took off. He's not here. Dad, are you here? No. Okay, good.
It would be so confusing to be to be your parent and then you meet Jeff and he has also an enormous beard. It's like, what's happening to my son? It's like
a cult or something.
Yeah, right.
Didn't you meet like one of the Epic Food Time guys?
Yeah.
And like
Epic
he
Food
had a
Time?
big beard, and then you guys made out, and what happened?
It was Harley from Epic Meal Time, not Epic Food Time.
Epic Food
And,
Time.
Yeah,
It was Starly from Epic Food Time.
No, we rubbed beards together, and it was magic. I think we actually created the Higgs Boson.
So I actually, I was worried about making Jack mad there, but I forgot to tell you guys the story last week.
What?
I think I actually made Gavin mad for the first time. He was mad at me.
How?
For like 2 hours.
I kicked him in the butthole. What did you do to make him mad?
I took it up a notch. So we were doing a signing in Australia, and we were like, look, can we just take a break because there's a bathroom right across the hall. We need to go to the bathroom. And in Australia, it's the urinals is how he says it. Urinal is the urinal is like you stand on like a platform and you pee against a metal sheet that's on the wall. It's like a big open
They
urinal.
have those here, the troughs.
Like
you've all peed in.
at stadiums or whatever.
Yeah,
You try to chase the soap cake down in the drain. That's the whole.
Right.
I love that game.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Is that, can it be a
What's
mini
that
game in
smell
Halo
like,
4?
Bernie?
No,
Does it smell
take
good?
it easy.
It smells
take it
like
easy.
pine and failure.
So there was enough dudes there. We had to follow the male etiquette in the bathroom where it's like too many guys. So Gavin went to the end and I went into one of the stalls. I guess I finished before Gavin. I came out of the stall. Gavin's still going. So I walked up and kicked him in the butt. And the way Gavin describes it, here's the metal sheet, and my knob touched it. And he described it as like a soft gonging noise that it made. And he was furious.
Oh my God!
I finally got to admit that, yeah, he was really furious at me.
Oh my God!
And so once we got back to the booth, you know, we always have hand sanitizer around, so I said, just go scrub with it. And I think he did it, and that didn't make him any happier after he did that.
That's fucking disgusting.
So
Gus is mortified because that would have ended way worse for him.
yeah. And once again, Gavin, whenever
you.
he does those motions, he always uses 2 fingers when he does it. So he's very proud of himself.
Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast, Frank. How
Yeah,
you doing? You having fun up here?
Yeah, we're now at the 40-minute mark.
Thanks, guys.
Right.
Are we going to see more spoiler cast?
Oh, sorry.
Real fast.
Hold on one second.
Someone in the stream, I don't know if this is true, so you all have to fact check this. Rambros01, the platypus's barb is also used as a penis.
No.
No.
That might be true, though. It's Australia.
You're full of shit. Rambro01, sorry about that, whoever I interrupted.
All right, I'm going to text Gavin and tell him that I just told that story.
We can cut it out of the
I'll
podcast if he doesn't want to hear it.
I'm going to call him.
Just edit it out.
No.
Edit it out.
I'm going to call him. Here we go. I'll do this.
We'll all forget.
No, I'll see what I can do. You guys go ahead. I'm going to try to figure out my phone
Yeah,
here.
who did I cut off?
Are we going to see more spoiler cast?
Yeah, I hope so. I had a lot of fun doing that.
We want to do one for Game of Thrones.
And Breaking Bad. Absolutely Breaking Bad. Dude, Breaking Bad starts next Sunday, by the way, Gus.
Yeah, have fun in San Diego. I'm going to watch it.
I've got TiVo going. I get home Sunday night, so I'll watch it when I get home. So.
Oh. You'll probably see it before me then. Good question. That's a great idea.
I will end whoever does that.
His beard.
I am
will
the
come
one who
after
knocks.
you in the night.
So we're waiting here.
Frank, do you watch Breaking Bad or Game
No,
of Thrones?
so I watched all of Breaking Bad in one sitting, basically, with the DVD box sets and some rentals. Is it on AMC? I want to say
Yes.
Yeah, it
oh,
is.
thank God, because I don't have HBO. Like everything else is on HBO.
Well, it's not TV.
There's just what?
I'll
I
tell
mean,
a spoiler right now from the last. No, I can't.
well, what's on HBO? It's just basically Game of Thrones on HBO, isn't it?
No, they got the True Blood as well. I like that.
No, that's
I'm not ashamed.
Showtime. Wait.
I got voicemail here. Hey, Gav, it's Bernie. Hey, listen, I'm in a room full of 1,000 people, and I'm wondering if it's okay if I tell the story where you touched your genitals against a dirty urinal wall. Call me back. Let me know. Thanks. He is single, ladies. In case you're wondering. All right.
It's so gross.
He was so mad. And Gavin Mad is like, you can see the wheel turning in his head, the one gear that he has, and it's like, I got scared as to what he was contemplating to do to me. Platypi have a double penis. Okay, she stood up to tell us
Has
that
anyone
fact.
else ever stood up and shouted, "Platypi have a double penis"?
No.
Or is this the first time in the world that someone stood up?
Bucket list.
Bucket list. Maybe she stood up because there's one in her chair.
Oh.
Do you really think, was that a burn? The platypus?
No, it's gross.
Oh, okay.
The burn was disgusting.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Next
question.
Monty's excited. Wait, they'll stay here. Monty wants to stay right here.
Monty made a comment.
Let's move on.
How are we doing on time?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Why did I ask Gus that? That's the first time in the history of the podcast I've asked Gus how we're doing on time.
Technically, the panel's supposed to end now, but we started a little late, so we can go a little later.
Oh, okay. That's the first time Gus ever said that.
Is there like a?
Our goal is to make Frank miss his plane. So that's our goal today. Who's next?
So I have a comment and a question. Back in podcast 84, you guys were talking about pacemakers and what they do and how you would never understand how of a traumatic experience you would have to get one. I've had one since I was 12 years old, so about 10 years, through a series of heart defects. But my question is since you brought Freddie W. to this event, will you be doing more collaborations with you guys in the future?
How is that question related to your comments? Like, that was a weird turn.
Like, that was a really. Has this panel messed anything up? I don't know if we need to sign a medical release.
So fill me in here though, because I'm curious about the pacemaker. So, does it regulate your heart like at a steady rate? Is that what it does?
Yeah.
So like, what happens if you start running?
Does it make Bernie's jokes any funnier?
No.
Possibly. No, my natural heartbeat's around 20 beats per minute.
What?
So what it does, I don't know, it's retarded.
Yeah.
My heart's dumb.
So you have a retarded heart.
Yeah, I have like a heart murmur.
Okay.
And so what the pacemaker does is it keeps it at about 60 at rest. And if I exercise and go above 180, it will act as a defibrillator and shock me to re-steady the heart rate.
Whoa. I want to get one of those from Michael. No, to answer your question, so we hope with Freddie W., obviously we're big fans. As you know, he won Drunk Tank Video of the Year 2010.
Oh, shit, I should give him that trophy before he leaves town.
Probably so, you should. So, yeah, we love Freddie, and we would love to work with him. So we'll see. Hopefully having him as our keynote will guilt him into working with us. Frank was our keynote at last year's RTX. I don't know if you know that or not.
Yeah, no, it's a huge success. So you're welcome.
Frank got up and did 5 minutes of "we're gonna sue the hell out of you" material.
Yeah, he showed up and served us with legal paperwork. Great to have you back.
That wasn't a keynote. That was a way to trick you into accepting the paperwork.
Yeah, that's the way you get served.
Quick two-part question.
Will 343 ever have anything comparable to Bungie Day?
So Bungie Day was actually yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they had some announcements, right? They did a little, like a new logo and some T-shirts and stuff, but they also announced they're working with Paul McCartney. Marty O'Donnell is working with Paul McCartney on some music.
Wow.
So that is, I don't think is there a band bigger than the Beatles?
I don't think there is a band ever bigger than the Beatles.
Well, Aha, obviously.
Clearly.
Even Jesus and the Apostles was smaller than the Beatles.
Yes. Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, we're not gonna just use the same template and just change the day. We have an internal 343 day, which Allison, what is 343 day? What's the actual day? I'm terrible at this.
It's got to be in December, right?
Because American dates are backwards.
She said, "Oh shit."
They are.
It's March 43rd, right?
It's the 343rd day of the year, which is near Christmas. Yeah, March. Yeah, I can do math.
I said March 43rd.
Yeah.
So do math on that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's internal, so we just I don't know, we have pancakes and whatnot. So yeah, we drink a lot.
Yeah, it'd be really awkward if I felt like Pearl Harbor Day or something like that. That's at the beginning of December.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things. Like Bungie built this amazing culture over, well, at least in the Halo period, over 10 years. Obviously, it goes way before that. And we're not Bungie. Like we are built on their foundations, and we can't be more grateful or excited about that. But we've got to have our own culture because it's got to be organic and natural. That's it. That's the most boring, dry answer at this whole thing. Should I say a swear?
Yes.
We can.
Okay, let's do like James Lipton. What's your favorite curse word?
I like to juxtapose curse words with regular words, but in an arbitrary fashion, like ass basket, shit kebab, and so on. Like, you should try it. It's really easy. Like.
Kebab.
Yeah.
That's a terrible visual, actually.
Yeah,
that's awful.
Yeah.
That's really awful.
Yeah, I will never be on Epic Meals. So.
epic food time. Hey, where's the camera? Over here? Is that
No,
the
look straight ahead, the back.
Straight, okay, so Gavin sent me a photo of his reaction.
You want to zoom in
That's
for this
the
camera?
All right, see if you can get this all the way on there. That's.
It's not on. It's off.
Well, we can all do that
It's
face though, right?
It's really easy to fix. Yeah. So that's what Gavin. And oddly enough, the background, it looks like he's in a free clinic somewhere. So it's appropriate.
Yeah, and you couldn't hear from up here, but there's a noise too. It's like bong.
That's not my message tone. Bong. Where are we? You want to do one from there?
Yeah, well, I was going to say real fast, I found out that 343 Day is typically December 19th.
There you go. Typically, yeah, but leap years.
Oh.
That's some probably daylight savings time as well. We'll wreck it.
That can't be right. 343, 65. It's 20 days prior to the end of the year. 65 minus 3.
Yeah, 363. And then 2 days from the 29th to the 31st.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Bad math.
Math.
What did you say? What did you say that was the date, though?
Maybe you changed the name of the
December
company.
19th is 11 days before the end of the year.
Oh, you're right. It's 12 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Math is
It must
the
be
worst.
December 9th.
Yeah.
How about number one industries?
I got that information from Allison, so thanks for
predictable.
feeding me bad info.
Yeah.
January 1st Incorporated.
There you go. Over here. Over there.
Oh.
All right, so I'm Brendan from California, and so I've met a lot of the younger employees of Rooster Teeth while I've been here, and I gotta ask, favorites?
Our favorite youngest member?
Yep, of the younger guys.
Right here, brother. Right fucking here. I'm young.
I'm just
You called
I'm just
yourself
happy
the
you called
oldest.
me brother. That's
You
all I
called
ever
yourself
wanted.
the oldest person on the stage earlier.
No, he said in the room.
In the room.
Yeah. It's
Young.
Joel is wasted right now, by the way.
Are you? Joel, are you drunk?
Young.
I have a different favorite depending on who's doing me the most favors and helping me out. So whoever gets me a beer, you're my favorite. Just saying.
I try not to pick a favorite among the youngest employees. My goal is to find which one is the hardest to kill. That's what I'm trying to do. It's a long-running selection process. I know that... No, it's not Gavin. And we've determined that Brandon is immune to electricity.
You know,
so
after Gavin's experience, he's no longer young.
I'm pretty sure at this point Michael can't be poisoned. So, we'll find out. I actually think what happened, I finally have a theory on Michael. I think Jeff's liver just escaped. And
It picked up a controller and made Rage quit.
I think something happened in the office the other day we didn't talk about. Have we talked about this in the podcast? About Gavin and Michael's stupid bet with the barbecue sauce?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Did we talk about this in the podcast?
No, we I don't think so. We filmed that, right?
We filmed it, but it was so uneventful, we're never going to put it out.
No, Michael's great in that, actually.
Yeah. So Gavin likes making stupid bets.
Yep.
And he got, I think he took it from a restaurant. He had like a bottle of barbecue sauce.
It's about this big,
Yeah.
the bottle, yeah.
And he walked in Achievement Hunter and he told Michael, I'll give you $500 if you can drink this entire bottle of barbecue sauce. So of course Michael said, done. Let's do this.
No hesitation.
No.
All right. Yep.
And then as soon as he was so confident that Gavin was like, whoa, wait. If you, I'll give you $500 if you can drink it, but if you can't drink it all, you have to pay me $100. So Michael's like, okay. So then his confidence again made Gavin nervous. So Gavin's like, oh, no, wait. If you can drink all this barbecue sauce in, at one go, I'll give you, or in 3 minutes, I'll give you $100. Michael's like, okay. So we went to the kitchen and Michael sat there and a container about that big just pounded in one large gulp of barbecue sauce.
There's a really great moment in that video because this is exactly how it went. Michael went to start. They go 3, 2, 1. He goes, "You're fucked," and then he chugged the rest of the thing. Like he got one taste of it and he knew he was gonna win. And Gavin was out $250. So gotta admire pure confidence. Michael's got it.
Yeah, he.
What's that? Oh, there you go. Jersey represented.
Yeah, Gavin started trying to solicit other people. Like he started like a reverse bidding process. Like, will anyone drink this for less than $500? Will someone drink it for $400? He worked his way down.
You know, he tried to. We talked about the toilet seats in Japan when we were there last time too.
Yeah.
And he tried to convince me to let the toilet seat spray me for $100. I'm a grown man. I'm not going to let a toilet seat spray me with water. It's not going to happen.
See, I resisted for a long time as well. It's like a bidet.
You've got to just accept it.
The bidet's
embrace
awesome.
It. It's
No.
fantastic.
Oh, God. You should spend some time with Gavin. You don't want to embrace anything.
It was like a Massengale commercial. I was so clean.
So I priced those out. It's only like $600 for one of those toilet seats.
You can get,
which is a lot of money, but it's like
you can get them for cheaper.
It'll change your life.
They also have heating, which sounds good because you're like, oh, I live in a cold place. You guys don't. You live in Austin. It's like a crooked sheriff's underwear out there. But
Yeah.
but when you live in a cold place, a cold toilet seat is very unpleasant, right? So, but what I discovered is if you sit on a warm toilet seat in Japan, it's like someone was just there.
Yeah.
Which is no.
You see, the problem
like
is that if
fat
Bernie
ghost.
gets one of those, he's never getting up. That's it.
I'll live there.
We have a question here on the stream I thought maybe I'd ask.
Go for
So
it.
Caboose34 said, question for Frank, how did you find out about Rooster Teeth? Or what was your first interaction with us?
Somebody just sent a link, same way I found out about the birds and the bees.
I sent you a link.
The two things are actually quite confused in my mind. But no, like somebody sent a link and said, look what people are doing with Halo, and minds were blown. That was it.
Really?
I think it was an official Xbox magazine when that happened, so it was quite a long time ago. About 10 or 11 years.
Have you ever heard the story about how that worked on our end? So Gus would track. This is before YouTube, so all the videos were served off of our server, and so Gus would sit there and watch the IP logs as they went by.
It was like some shitty service like freewebcounter.com or something.
Yeah, I have the screenshot of our first web hit. Of our
Really?
our first hit. It was me checking the server, but Gus would watch him go by, and it was like you could watch things spread virally because you would get a hit from like Dell.com for people who worked at Dell, and you'd see one, and then another 5 would hit a couple minutes later, and then like 20 more would hit, and then we'd see that, and they would go to other places like some insurance company, and we'd see that from these domains coming in hitting for the IP, and like I guess like 2 or 3 days into the adventure, we got one hit from Microsoft, and then we got 1,000 hits from Microsoft, and it went everywhere. And I think it was like the next day that the phone rang, and it was Bungie and Microsoft on the other line. And we got very fortunate that they liked what we were doing. They thought it was interesting and innovative, and they said, we just want to make sure you go about it the right way so that you can continue to do this. So it was cool, really cool, because obviously that story could have ended much differently if that phone call had been the phone call I think everyone expected us to get. What? And we might not be here today. That's a good way to put it. So, thank you very much, Frank.
Oh, you're welcome. That's all me.
Yeah, my name is Heath Garcia. I'm from Corpus Christi, or how Joe
I'm
puts
sorry.
it. Joel puts it a medical needle in the sand. Thanks so much, Joel, for that.
What kind of shoes do you guys wear down there? Like metal?
Anyway, my question is this. Since y'all rebranded from the Drunk Tank to the Rooster Teeth Podcast, y'all have sponsors. Are there any other doors that have opened since doing that, the things that are in the future, or are there collaborations with other people or groups?
Yeah, we're all getting lucrative endorsement deals.
Anything else open up? I sure love my Triforce replica.
He's not the youngest one.
Wow, Alan, you're just an enabler. Look at you.
Yeah.
That's what Joel needs is another beer.
Thanks, Alan.
I know, I'm working on it. No, I mean, we just, that was a recommendation from iTunes and some of our partners for sponsorships is that, you know, we think we learned after Drunk Gamers, all we wanted was free video games when we made Drunk Gamers, but nobody wanted their video games reviewed by a bunch of drunks. You thought we would have learned our lesson when we named our podcast The Drunk Tank.
Well, the Drunk Tank name was a holdover from the Drunk Gamers website.
It was. So we literally did not learn our lesson. Yeah. We reincorporated something that failed before.
Yeah, we actually got... Yeah, we were really dumb to do that.
There's a really cool offshoot, though, something that's happened, especially as a result of the podcast being called The Drunk Tank, and that is that people tend to bring us booze at events, which is like the greatest thing ever. We did this tour down in Australia for DVDs, Gavin and I were on, and every day we would go back to the green room, and like the other special guests had gotten like a stuffed koala or like a towel that said Australia on it, and Gavin and I showed up with essentially like a full bar every day and just set it down and basically got the entire green room drunk.
Someone gave me a bottle of a Johnny Walker Blue here at RTX.
Get out of here.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I'm not telling you where it is. I've hidden it in this convention center.
I think Joel has hidden it in Joel.
I think just by you saying that, you're going to cost us like $100,000 in damages, and people are going to do it at the convention center now, ripping it apart. So,
hidden my liver.
What do you want to do? Another question or from the stream?
Let me give another one of these replicas away here.
Okay.
To the stream?
If you don't mind. No. So, also made by Triforce is this COG snub pistol from Gears of War. Again, we sent someone down the line to talk to people. We're going to give this one to Chase Bond.
That's not a real name.
It's
like a teenage secret agent.
They described it. It's like on my
this might be a teenage secret.
On my screen it says Chase Bond : spiky hair dude. I think you're him. It says you have a unique talent, that you have odd veins that you can make move. You know, get up here.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see weird biology.
For what it's worth, I feel exactly the way you do, audience.
Yeah, I'm kind of...
I got to see this. Wait, over here so the camera can see you.
All right.
That way. That's what my hair looks like?
Yeah.
This is great. All right. You give me a second.
Move the water bottle.
Oh, that's...
Whoa. Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
for being a freak of nature, I'm going to give you this COG snub pistol from Triforce. I'll get you the box over here.
I think we just broke Bernie, by the way.
No, how the fuck do you discover that you can do that? I mean, I might be able to do that. I wouldn't ever know. I've never sat at home going, I hate you, you hand. I'm going to choke you. Yeah. What?
You need that.
Yeah, I'll go my lefty. Yeah. So, hey, man, how did you discover that you could do that? You don't know. Okay, that's a good enough answer.
Yeah.
You don't know? You just figured it out one day?
Quote unquote, he was fucking with his hand. I want to make sure we have this recorded. He was fucking with his hand.
One day.
One day.
And
he discovered that.
Chronology.
Moving on.
Yeah, have you tried to progress your talent? Have you, like, spent a day fucking with your feet or anything like that? Just for the hell of it?
Bernie, can you read this sign down in front of us right now? This box.
Check your beard. It is 3:45, and you have been on for an hour and a half.
We got an alert that we have a beard check.
Beard check.
Beard check, thank you.
Okay, let's take a couple more questions then. Hey, listen, in my tradition, we're going to keep the podcast going. Hey, where are you going for lunch today? Fellas.
Me?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you guys the same question. I'm going to Kreitz's tonight.
Are you guys really? Oh, so listen, you're not going to Crisis tonight. Crisis is closed on Sunday.
Oh, thank you.
That's something we probably should let you know about. So
Where should I go?
We talk about a lot of places we eat on the podcast, like local places. Crisis is awesome barbecue place. We go with E occasionally when he's down here.
I would say Rudy's,
probably. I've already been to Garage Mahal and Gordo's and Choson Galbi.
If you're in, I put out a whole tweet about this today, but if you're around here, you go to Bacon, which is an all-bacon restaurant. And that's nearby. There is Frank, which is, you can go in honor of Frank.
I'll make you lunch.
Yeah. And you go to his place. He'll cook you up something.
Frank is a hot dog place, by the way.
Yeah. And
thank you.
And I don't know, there's some other places downtown. Like, you could always head down to South Congress. You can go to Home Slice Pizza and some of the other places we've mentioned. They're hot dotty. So.
Should I be taking notes?
Nah, you can just look it up on Twitter. I tweeted about it a couple days ago. So.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. How about over here?
Go.
Hey guys, this was about 2 years ago. It was right before you guys released the recollection. I was pre-ordering it, and I just happened to the little notes section in the ordering area. I just happened to mention, hey, this comes out a couple days after I deploy. I was going to Iraq, and I just happened to mention it, and I was like, hey, if there's any way you guys can ship it out any earlier or anything like that. And lo and behold, the day before I deployed, the box showed up at my house. I don't know if you guys did that intentionally. I don't want to get anybody in trouble if they weren't supposed to do that, but I just wanted to say thank you. That really meant a lot to me when I was over there.
No, well, thank you. I mean, we have, obviously, because of the nature of Red vs. Blue, we have a lot of people in the military who watch the show. And one of the most disturbing things of all is when they come and they talk to us about it, they always tell us how everyone in their trooper platoon is like the characters in Red vs. Blue. And the guy who's like Caboose always runs the biggest piece of equipment. There's literally a guy where they were introducing us to everyone, and they said, yeah, and he's just like Caboose. I go, what do you do? He goes, I run long-range artillery. I was like, oh, God, please no. So thanks. I'm glad it got to you before you deployed. Yeah. So I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah, come up here. I'll give you some more stuff.
Gus, do you want us to wrap up? Okay, so I have the owner's duty of trying to tell us that we have to wrap up, and so that probably means we'll be done in like 20 minutes. So, yeah, over here.
I just have a quick question for Gus. Did you enjoy the bag of Funyuns I brought you?
Oh, no.
Okay, sorry. Wait for a second here. I was so sleep deprived and delirious this morning that I actually started. I'll give that to. I actually started eating them, and they were delicious. So I decided that since I hate Funyuns, I renamed them Fun Yums. So I wrote over them with a marker, Fun Yums. So my bag of Fun Yums was absolutely delicious. If you follow me on Twitter, I think I even tweeted a picture of it and tagged it, hashtagged it RTX 2012, because I was.
Oh, I did it! I did it!
Yeah, he did it.
And now I never want to stop.
Right.
You saw it, right? You saw it. Yeah,
as it turns out,
enough with playing with
100% of people who've ever tried that are able to do it. So
enough with playing with veins in your hands. We should
He
probably
was fucking with his hand.
Yeah,
I can do it too.
We should wrap this shit
Oh,
up.
you can do it.
Yeah. Everyone can do that. Sorry, bro. Your superpower is quite common.
Yeah. Turns out you kind of suck.
Should we take any more questions? Or do you want to wrap this up?
I guess we should probably wrap it up.
Can I say something before I go? Because I have to get on a plane.
Yeah. Hey, Frank. Yeah, Frank. What would you like to say?
I just wanted to say thanks to Rooster Teeth for putting on a really spectacularly expanded and amazing convention, and thanks for having one of the best, largest, and most energetic communities in obviously Rooster Teeth's umbrella and the Machinima umbrella, but we think of you guys as an extension of our community as well, and we're grateful to the relationship that we have with you guys. And I have to go get on a plane.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. And I bet he's wishing he really said that just before the first Holocaust reference. I bet timing could have been a little better.
I can't think of anything we could possibly say after that to wrap up any better. So, Gus,
We always wrap up with where you want to go for lunch.
Where do you want to go for lunch?
I already ate lunch. Let's go to dinner.
I think today for lunch, I think I might venture down to Home Slice.
I'm wearing my Home Slice shirt.
Oh, are you?
My
really?
wife hates this shirt.
Where are you guys going?
Dude, I wore a Home Slice shirt yesterday.
Monty, do you have anything to say?
I tried to go to Fogo, but they were fucking closed this morning. What the fuck?
It's Sunday. It's Sunday at 10 a.m.
Bastards. I think I'll go to Double Dave's, the pizza buffet.
Oh,
You went from Fogo to Chow to Double Dave's Pizza.
Well, Fogo's like right across the street.
It's all just buffet. Monty doesn't mind. All right. Well, hey, thank you very much for coming out to the very first ever
And if
live
you
Drunk
happen
Tank
to
podcast.
have a Corona on you, don't go backstage because they do not approve of that.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We're wrapping this up.
Thank you.